Man, is this camera on? I don't know. I'm just trying to make a YouTube channel and trying to figure this stuff out. Man, it's hard. Hey everybody, welcome to Brown Dog Builds and welcome to the Shed Quarters, my shop. Hey, today we're gonna go over the Jessem Clear Cut TS stock guides and how they mount to the Harvey table saw. I made them removable, very easy on and off. So if that's something you're interested in, stay tuned and let's go. So here we go. We got the instructions with the stock guides. Need a drill or driver, some 3/4 inch number 8 screws. I'm using panhead. They actually recess inside there instead of having a taper. Tape measure, 2 mag stops. This is a box of hardware that came with the Jessem Clear Cut TS stock guide system, and it's pretty cool. They actually give you a Torx bit, Torx string, self-centering bit, and I have I think it's 38 inches long by 2.5 inch wide piece of poplar. I pre-cut it, sanded the edges, just smooth. I'm gonna leave it raw. And we'll be cutting 2 holes for the mag switches and mounting the track for the stock guides. So here we go. Hey, while I'm laying this out here, I wanted to take a minute to let you know, wait till the end of the video. I did some outtakes, tacked them on to the end of the video to show how ridiculously difficult it is to record and make content. So for those that do it and do it well, my hat goes off to you. Stick around and you'll love them. Thanks for watching. All right, let me get you caught up to speed. Right here, just doing some layout lines. Basically what we're doing here is putting the track centered on the width of the poplar board, which leaves about 4 inches on each end of the board. I think that board is about 38 inches long, and that leaves room for the mag blocks. All right, like I said, here's where the mag blocks are going. Those will be recessed in. I'm just lining them up here just to, make sure that they fit. Looks like I might have to drill out the holes on the mag blocks to accommodate the screws that I'm using here. I think they're number 8 3/4 inch maybe. Hey, while I'm pre-drilling these holes, if you would, if you like my video, please hit like. If you'd like to see some more, please consider subscribing. And if you want to stay notified, hit that notification button. It would be greatly appreciated. Thank you. All right, those mag switches measured out at 1 3/16. So measure those up, grab a drill bit, and move over to the drill press. Over at the drill press, getting ready to drill the holes for the mag blocks. I'm going to do a separate video on this. This is the Nova Viking floor model DVR drill press. This thing is phenomenal. I will definitely do another video on this to show you guys. All right, well, we got the holes drilled at the drill press, both ends for the mag blocks. We're going to test for fit here just to make sure. We measured well, 1 3/16 works great. Like I suspected, though, the screws do not fit through the mag blocks, using a little bit bigger screw. All right, there is an important note here. Put one of your stop blocks on, and don't put the opposite end on, or you won't be able to get your stock guides on. put one stop block on and then slide your stock guides on and then put the other stop block or mag block on. Like I said, best thing to do here is put one of your mag blocks on, put both of your feed rollers on the track from the opposite end. I snugged them down a little bit here just so they weren't flopping around if I had to move it. And then you can put your other mag block on. All right, let's get this thing put on the rail. So basically center it front to back, right to left. Yeah, make sure it's even all the way around, and then just as simple as locking down the mag switches. Once you lock them down, things secure. They have about 90 pounds of force holding them down, so they're pretty tight. In true fashion, I am going to make an attempt to adjust the feed rollers without reading the directions. But I think it's important to see this because, nobody's going to get hurt at this point, but it just goes to show you, it's important to read the directions. So I'm adjusting the arm here to try to make up the difference between the material that I used under the rail to clear the fence height, right? So by adjusting that arm, I can compensate for that, right? I had no idea how much I was going to have to do that. You will see here in a minute that when I try to, send a piece of stock through it, it's incredibly tight, right? And I will get to the point where I show you why. It's really important to know, and hopefully this helps somebody else out. All right here is where I discovered the errors of my ways, not reading the directions. This resulted in the feed rollers being way too tight, thus requiring too much effort or too much, resistance on the material, which is not a good thing when operating a table saw. So now I'll go back to the directions, read them, and set it up properly. Almost ironically, I'm about to get into the reason why it's important to set things up properly. This is not something that I have ever used. Trying to be safety conscious. Actually, not too long ago, my dad had an incident with table saw, and it really scared all of us. He was fortunate, but could have been very bad.
Hey,
What's up?
lunch. Seeing how those things work.
See how it works? It's tight. Puts pressure down, but it'll see the angle.
Yeah.
Puts pressure against the fence.
And it like
Also,
go.
won't go back.
Yeah. It's,
Yeah.
huh.
Pretty cool. All right, so back to the drawing board. Jessem's manual is absolutely awesome. However, you got to read it. So I'm going to put it up here on the screen for you, and I'm also going to read it. The roller arm is adjustable to 5 different positions and can be extended 1.3 inches from the fully retracted position it is shipped in. On the most common table saw fences, the fully retracted position as it is shipped is the correct setting. On some higher fences or on a router table fence, which is typically higher than a table saw fence, the stock guides need to be extended. The ideal position for cutting with your stock guides is for the roller arm to be at approximately a 30-degree angle from vertical or greater. Set up for 3/4 inch stock, right? Works just like any other thickness material. Setup's the same. I'll show you on 2 others. I'm gonna do, this is almost 2 inch and I have a piece of 1/2 inch. So here we go. You'll see how it just feeds through and won't return back. All right. So that's 3/4, right? That works good. Let's go to 1/2 inch. We'll go lower and then we'll go back up. So again, just set the material under kind of the arm here. Release it, lock it down. Then it's set for this thickness material. This thickness is 1/2 inch. We'll run that against the fence and it pushes down and in. It's a great setup. Love it. All right, so we'll set up much thicker material. You know, I probably won't do this very often, but you know, it's good to know that it will. I think the thicker material obviously changes the angle here. And you know, as we previously talked about, that angle is important for the pressure required. But we'll see what it does. All right, so we got it set up. All right, we'll run it through the stock guides. And you can tell it doesn't keep a lot of pressure on it. If this was a bunch of material that I was going to be running through and I wanted to set up these stock guides for that, I would have to make some adjustments to, you know, probably the arm here, the length, and quite possibly it might be adding like another spacer here to space it up to get my 30-degree angle that the manufacturer recommends. But it can be done, it will do it. It still applies downward pressure and it still applies some pressure towards the fence. However, it's not as great as it, you know, or it's not as ideal as it is when you have the proper angle. Hey, that concludes our video. Hope this video was helpful to you guys. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below in the comments. I'll answer as many as I can, and I look forward to being able to do more of these videos and share my experiences with you. Thanks again, and thanks for coming, checking out my channel. Hey, that includes the concludes. Right. That concludes our what's up, everybody? Hey everybody, welcome to Brown Dog Builds. Furthermore, hey everybody, welcome to Brown Dog Builds and welcome to the shed quarters.